I don't know. If that doesn't get you jacked up, you need to check your pulse right now because there's also something about the accent. You know, we do love the accent. I know a lot of ladies tell me that they love Toby's accent. So definitely make sure you get more information. But I know that there are a lot of my Visalians on the line, and you guys are here to get the goods. You want to know what to do to explode your business. Well, I'm going to go over some really key points, some key topics. And basically, this is going to teach you how to get your brand new promoter totally jacked within their first 7 days. So from the get-go, they are on fire. They are in production mode. They are running. And they are running to the speed of Visalis. So what's the first thing that we do with a brand new promoter? And I know that there's a bunch of people on the line raising their hand right now saying, me, me, me. The first thing that we do is the GST training, the getting started training. Here's something. Do the GST training with them. I know a lot of you are building local teams, so you're right there in people's homes. After that challenge party, put the getting started training in. And why is this so important? Why can't you just give them the website for them to watch when they get home? Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen. When they walk out that door, after they sign up, after the challenge party, they're going to go home and they're going to get attacked by the wolves. These wolves are out there to tell them, oh, that doesn't work. Oh, I've tried that. Oh, that's one of those things. Oh, you just got scammed. Oh, you've wasted your money. We know that those people exist out there. We know those closed-minded people that will stay in the same place for the rest of their lives. They exist. And they're the majority. So we've got to prepare our new reps to go out into battle. So how do we do that? We make sure they watch the GST training before they leave the house. Secondly, we get them plugged into the ViLife. Guys, we have the best culture in the entire industry. People are looking at our company saying, what are these people on? They're so happy. They're so supportive. They're so encouraging. They're so inspiring. And it's part of our culture. It's what Toby called the ViLife. But your brand new person hasn't experienced it like you. Your brand new person hasn't been to an event, hasn't met all these incredible people, hasn't heard all of these incredible stories. So you have got to plug them in to the ViLife. How do you do that? Every Monday night, Visalis Vision Call. Guys, this call keeps me awake all night long. And I know that it's doing the exact same thing for the thousands of other people that are on the phone listening to the call too. So you want your new promoter to be a part of that. You want them to be plugged in. Second call is the new rep call on Thursday night. Because if they sign up on Tuesday, you don't want to wait till next Monday to plug them in. Third call you make is introducing them to your upline. Guys, we have the best leadership in the entire industry. Honestly, servant-driven leaders. They're not in it for the deal. They're not in it for the paycheck. They're in it for you. And I've never been in a company where it doesn't matter if you're sideline, downline, upline, crossline, backline, frontline, whatever. We are all a family. We are all in this together. So you've got to introduce them to your upline. Make sure that you get them on the phone. If your ambassador doesn't call, you call them. You say, hey, I got a new firecracker that just joined. She owns a salon. Do you have 5 minutes to talk to her? I guarantee they have 5 minutes. Guys, that's what this is all about. The brand new person. Stars and cars. Stars and cars. What's the next thing that you can do? You can make their list with them. Guys, it's one thing to tell people to make their list and to think of people. They're going to probably think of their closest contacts, the people that they see on a continual basis, they're family members, but we want to stretch them. We want them to understand how valuable that list is. And if they don't stretch their network to all the people they've ever known, then those people are going to get exposed to the challenge somewhere. Those people are going to see it on Facebook. They're going to see it at their gym. They're going to see it at the chiropractor. So why not them? Why not in their team? All they have to do is write their name down. So when you make it that simple and you do it with them, you go through their phone with them, A to Z in their address book. Then you go through the industries, A to Z. I think of A, I think automotive. Who sells me my car? Who trades used cars? Who fixes cars? Who's a mechanic? Who does my oil change? Who needs a new car? Who sells me my insurance? That's just automotive. Then I go through all the industries, A to Z, and I get them thinking. You've got to do this with them. You can't expect people to watch the GST and just do exactly what Nick and Ashley say. You are their sponsor. And what's the next thing you can do? This is something that is huge. This is something that you would agree is huge, because most of you have been to an event. Buy their ticket to the next event. Buy their ticket. Make sure that they are there. Make sure that they are committed. Because what happened to you after your first event? You were on fire. You were on top of the world. You were unstoppable. Why? Because you got plugged in to the ViLife, to the heartbeat of this company. And what is the heartbeat? The stories. When you see up on stage the hundreds of people that have lost 50 pounds or more, and you hear their stories, and you hear that they're just like somebody you know, that builds belief. Stories build belief. So by getting your new promoter out to these events, you're building their belief. You're building up that shield when they go out into the battlefield, that nothing is going to stop them. Not somebody saying no, not even somebody hanging up the phone and laughing at them. That is not going to stop them. And how do you build that shield? How do you create that shield? This is something that is totally massive. For any new promoter to get jacked in their first 7 days, you must explore their why. You must. You have to. You got to know why they are doing this. And not just for their kids, not just for their future, not just to pay bills, but to fully understand what impact it would have on their life, how their lives would be changed, how they would feel. Because when you can get them to harness their why, and I do this all the time when I'm pre-partying with brand new people on the phone or there in person, I get them to really visualize their why. Visualize what it would feel like to know that you can take your kids to Disneyland whenever you want. What would it feel like to know that if your daughter wants to, travel the world, or she wants to go to college to be a doctor or professor, that she can do whatever she wants because money is not a problem? How would it feel to know that you can help your parents out? You can retire them so they don't have to work anymore. Sit down with them and really make your new promoter understand why they're doing this business. Then when they do go out there and those wolves try and attack them, try and tell them, oh, those things don't work. Well, yeah, they do. It's amazing, the six-figure earners that are coming out of ViSalus. We're blowing companies' yearly numbers out in one single month. It works. But if they don't have the stories, if they don't see the hundreds of ambassadors on stage, crossing that stage, if they don't get to speak to an ambassador and hear their story, they will not have the belief. So when you combine that belief with all those stories, with the power of truly knowing their why, truly knowing it, truly feeling it as if it is already a fact, as if it is already happening right at that moment. That's how much they must know their why. So it brings them to tears. And we've heard it before. If your why doesn't make you cry, then you better find a new why. But have we actually sat there and cried? I know some of us have. I know a lot of us have, and that's why we are where we are now. Because our why is big enough to bring us to tears. But your new promoter? Are they at that point? Have they fully tapped into the power of their why? Has it brought them to tears? That's our job. That's our job as Visalians, as bringing new people into the community. That's our job, to teach them these things, to teach them the belief, to teach them their why, and to teach them how to feel it. And the last thing that I wanted to leave you guys with was something that often happens with new people, especially if they have been in the industry before. If they have tried a business before, if they have built a business even successfully before. One thing we must teach our new promoters is to lead with the challenge. All we do is talk about a challenge. And when new people come in, they see the giant checks, they see the BMW, and they get excited. And they go out there and they puke all over their contact list. They just puke. Crazy checks, we can make so much money, we'll drive BMWs for free, everybody's doing this, you got to see it, $1 million check, this is the greatest business ever. And what happens when somebody does that? Their market, their contacts go in the opposite direction. Think of the analogy of when you go, say the person that hates cats goes to their friend's house, stays as far away from the cat as they possibly can, and where does the cat sit? Right on their lap. Whereas when you have those crazy kids that are chasing that cat around the house, that cat wants nothing to do with it. So that's why we've got to teach our new reps to use the tools. We've got to make sure they fully understand the GST training. How do we make sure they fully understand? We do it with them. And then we pick up the phone and we pre-party with them. And we teach them how to lead with the challenge. Lead with the challenge. Then they'll avoid a lot of these wolves that are out there, because the challenge is mainstream. The challenge, with like 150,000 customers joining every month, the challenge is mainstream. And not everybody wants to look at a business, but everybody wants to look at a challenge. So guys, I hope that you got a ton of value from this. This is seriously, the most important time in your promoter's career is the first 7 days. Getting them to director, getting their challenge party scheduled, getting their list made, making the calls with them. If you invest your time for the first 7 days, that's going to change the outlook. That's going to change their future. And don't they deserve it? That's why we're in this business, isn't it? To change people's lives. So let's not miss out on the most important time in their opportunity to explode their Visalis business. And that's the first 7 days, guys. So make sure that you leave a comment on the Facebook wall, on the group wall for the All Stars group. If you have any questions, if you want to reach out to Toby and I directly, if you need some guidance, if you got some questions about what I covered today, if you need the phone numbers for all of those calls, leave a comment on that group, because we're all in this together. We are a family. So from Toby and Layla and all of the incredible, incredible people on the line, I just want to say thank you for taking 25 minutes today out of your day to sit here and be inspired, to plug into something that's bigger than all of us on the line. Now we've got work to do, so let's all get back to work, guys. We're crushing out this month. This is our march to $1 billion. This is our time. So let's do it. I won't keep you on the line any longer. Make sure to leave a comment in the Facebook group if you have any questions. Take care. God bless. And we'll see you guys tomorrow on the next Daily Power Call. Actually, I think it's on Monday. Crazy. I don't even know what day of the week it is. We're running so fast. Take care, guys, and we'll see you on Facebook.